today's video, I'm gonna be doing a foundation review, which is why we're so up close and personal. So if this is your first time here, welcome to my face. Today's video is actually really exciting. I'm doing a collab with one of my friends, my really good friends here on YouTube. Her name is Samantha Jane, and I'm gonna have her link somewhere over here as well as down below. But she is an amazing YouTuber, a really good friend of mine, and I'm so excited to have this review up in collaboration with her. We're gonna be talking about the new LA Colors Truly Matte Foundation. These aren't like super new, but they're really hard to get in Canada, so we teamed up together and put it in order, I think on ikatehouse, and we got them to Canada for really inexpensive. I think these were like $4 US or something like that, like really cheap. We thought this would be a good idea because obviously my skin tone is not going to be the same as a lot of viewers, and then also like I have a different skin type and she has a different skin type, so we thought it would be cool to collab together so that you guys can watch how the foundation performs on my skin, which by the way is kind of like combination to normal, but then also you'll be able to see it on her skin tone, which is quite a bit lighter than me. She's kind of like a medium tan, but then also she has acne prone skin and super oily skin. So for all my oily girls out there, or people who want more full coverage to cover any acne or redness on their skin, then she would be a great review to watch. I'm gonna go ahead and get into this, but if this is your first time checking me out, maybe you are coming over from Samantha's channel, then welcome. My name is Aysha, and I'd love it if you subscribed down below. Join my family right over there. We're almost at 150K, guys. How freaking crazy is that? It blows my mind. But anyways, let's get into this. But yeah, this is what the foundation looks like. And I have two shades over here because I wasn't sure which one would suit me better. So I have Cappuccino over here, and then I also have Warm Caramel over here. So I feel like Cappuccino is gonna be a good match, but I may have to just add a little bit more of Warm Caramel just to bring in that warmth. This is slightly more neutral, but we'll see. So just on here, it says it's a long wearing high pigment foundation, and that's pretty much it. So yeah, we're gonna get straight into this. I'm gonna go ahead and take, oh, there's still the plastic. I'm gonna take Cappuccino first and just give it a shake because it was just kind of like sitting in my collection. I'm also going to be applying it with a beauty blender. I'm not going to be color correcting because actually I haven't been color correcting lately, which is kind of crazy because I always do, but it also says it's a high pigment foundation. So I'm going to go ahead and see how many pumps we'll need of this. It pumps pretty well. Oh, and it does have quite a nice pump actually. Come on, let's focus. There we go. That's what the packaging looks like, and it's kind of like a hard plastic, which I really prefer because when traveling, it's much easier to have plastic than glass. Go ahead and apply this to the skin. I feel like that'll be a good match. I'm gonna focus a lot of this kind of around my mouth because I'm not wearing a color corrector and I want that covered. That's kind of where I have the most discoloration on my skin. Everywhere else is pretty even. This color match is actually like on point. Yeah, I'm not gonna have to mix in the Warm Caramel shade. I'm just gonna, I always do this. I always like kind of apply it with my finger first all over, and then I blend it out with my beauty blender. This does have kind of an interesting smell. It smells kind of like paint actually. It's not the most pleasant smell I've smelt. But let's just see how this blends out. Wow, that blends out beautifully. Oh my goodness. Do you see that? There's like 3 pounces and it blended out so nice. I also don't have like a ton of time to test this. It's like 3:15 p.m. right now, and I have a gym session at 8:45. So I need to wipe off my makeup before that, but I usually know how a foundation is gonna last on me after like the 3-ish hour mark. So I'm gonna try and have this on for 4 hours, maybe 4.5 hours, and then take it off like just before 8 p.m. just so that I can make it in time for the gym. But wow. Guys, this is blending out so freaking nicely. Like, do you see this? Oh my goodness. Low-key, high-key, hella impressed by this right now. And the color match is literally on point. Actually, it's kind of oxidizing, but hopefully that's not too bad. Do you see the difference? Like right here is where it's dried down and here is where it's wet. It's like slightly oxidized, but that's fine. Covering up very nicely. It covered all of the darkness around my lips, where I have the most hyperpigmentation. So that is awesome. It covered up, I have some like dark spots around my mouth and it covered that up like completely. So this is definitely very, very full coverage. But it feels very light on the skin. Like it did not feel thick at all. It didn't even feel thick on my hands or anything. Like it feels very lightweight on the skin. Okay, so I'm back. A couple things to note. It definitely oxidizes. So as you can see, even on my hand, like that is quite dark. I'm gonna just give you guys another pump over here. This little stripe is what I just applied, and this is what it dried down to be. So it dries down, I won't say it oxidized, it's not orange, but it dries down quite significantly darker. So definitely keep that in mind. The next time I use this, I'll definitely be mixing in some warm caramel because, I mean, right now with my turtleneck, you can't really tell, but if I were to go like this, like it's significantly darker. So I'm not going anywhere today, so I don't really mind about the shade. I'm mainly just testing how this is gonna last. I still haven't read the claims, but just kind of looking at it, it looks like it left a very soft matte finish. It's not drying. It looks like skin. Like it actually just looks like my skin. You can see there's like a natural glow right over here. And it has not like held on to any dark marks or anything. If you're wondering about the primer that I use the Bobbi Brown Face Base as my moisturizer. And then I put a little bit of the Fenty primer on top. So that's kind of my go-to concoction lately. I have the website pulled up. This comes in 14 different shades. My shades, so Warm Caramel and Cappuccino. Well, actually, I guess it's not the best. There's like one more deep shade called Mahogany. Quintessential black girl shade. I will be taking a flash photo test. Actually, let's take that right now. Whoa, okay. That has some really intense flashback. I would probably say to stay away from this if you're wearing it for like a flash photo event or something like that. But anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and put on the rest of my makeup and try to do something about this lighting situation, and I will be back. All right, guys, so I have the rest of my face on. I just went for a super, super natural beat. My lip color is this Baby Matte from Lena Lashes in the shade Squad Goals. But anyways, after finishing the rest of my makeup, I'm very, very, very impressed with this foundation. Like, I think I've been a banger. Like, I'm not even kidding, guys. Not even just trying to say this for the hype. This foundation looks beautiful on my skin. It's so full coverage, but it literally feels like I'm not wearing anything. It feels like I'm not wearing anything. And it just looks so good. Like, you cannot tell me this does not look banging. Like, this looks like some of my high-end foundations. This actually really reminds me of a NARS foundation. Like, it just kind of makes my skin look super airbrushed and flawless. I'm actually gonna do one more flash test just to see if it looks any different with like my entire face on. Okay, so the flash still is very prominent. So if you're looking for like a flash proof foundation, then you could just stop the video here because this is not going to be it. But yeah, if you're interested to see how this wears, then just keep on watching and we will be back. All right, guys, so I'm back. I have a little bit of an outfit change because I filmed another video, so don't mind that. It is the same day. I also put a gloss over my lips, but this is what we're looking like. It is currently 7:32 p.m., so I've had this on for a little over 4 hours. And honestly, I think it held up pretty nicely. Like, I think it looks beautiful on camera. It looks really, really good in person. The only complaint that I have is, first of all, it transfers very, very easy. I'm not sure if you can tell, but on the collar of my sweater over here, it does have quite a bit of foundation, which is kind of annoying that, I mean, I do kind of get some transfer, but definitely not this much. So like, it's very, like if you touch it, you're gonna get some transfer, unfortunately. However, that's fine. I also didn't really like set it that well. I kind of just set it underneath my eyes from the concealer and everything. So totally not its fault. What else do I have to say? It did crease in my smile line slightly, and I'll come a little bit closer so you can see. So as you can see, kind of right over here, it creased. Pretty much all my foundations do that. There are very few foundations that do not crease, but I do have to say this isn't as bad as like a foundation will normally crease on me. It still stayed pretty matte. I would assume probably if I gave it another 4 hours, like if I did a full 8-hour wear, I would get a little bit shiny because I see a little bit of shine coming through just above my brow. But like you could totally just blot. However, it might transfer if you blot. So I'm not 100% sure about that. I'm gonna blot just with a tissue. One sec. Let's just see what happens when I do this. So yeah, as you can see, there is, it's a little bit bright, so you might not be able to see, but there is quite a bit of transfer there, and that's just from like a simple blot. So I would just be wary of that. But other than that, it did not separate anywhere on my cheeks or anything. My highlight is still on, my blush is still on, like everything still looks good. Like I would still continue wearing this foundation if I didn't have to go to the gym and take it off, but I'm pretty impressed. So if you were thinking about giving this foundation a try, then I would say like, why not? It's actually really, really good. I do have to say, it literally feels like nothing on the skin. At one point, I actually forgot I was wearing makeup and I kind of like scratched my nose like this and then saw it on my thumb and I was like, oh crap. So that's a good thing. Although it is very full coverage and matte, it doesn't feel like that on the skin. It doesn't feel tight. It doesn't feel like I'm wearing anything. And I really, really love that. So I'm quite impressed. I would definitely recommend this foundation if you're interested in trying it out. Maybe you're on a budget. I did check on the LA Color website. So this retails for $6 US. For some reason, Samantha and I were able to get it for $3.99 on ikatehouse, but I can't seem to find it. Like, it seems like they pulled it from their website. I don't know if it's because it's out of stock or what, but we were able to get it for $3.99. So just keep a lookout online. Maybe other retailers sell it for cheaper. Definitely be sure to watch Samantha's after this one. I will have it linked down below, and definitely subscribe to her channel as well. She's a great gal and I'm sure you'll love all her content. Of course, do not forget to subscribe to my channel. If you are new here, I would really, really appreciate that. Let's get to 150, guys. Who's gonna be part of the under 150 club? Let me know. 150,000, here we go. That was so cheesy. But I hope you guys enjoyed it. Give it a big thumbs up if you did, and I will talk to you in my next video. Bye everyone. Mwah.